Yeah.
Everybody loves the word smooth.
All right, guys. Last episode of the season, episode 10, where so far this season, the record is 2 wins to Cole, 2 wins to Bryan, and 5 ties. This better not end in
Yeah.
a tie this episode.
Oh
We
yeah.
need a definitive win to finish this season, basically. So we have our pours poured out. We have, I just want to give a shout out to me and Bryan because we have 150 whiskeys, 150 plus whiskeys next to us that we went out of our way to make sure we numbered and hid so that like we don't know what we're drinking like that. But that's a lot of whiskeys, 150 plus whiskeys that
Yep.
you just don't know what you're drinking. So we don't know what this is. We're drinking a blind and we're going to take some guesses at what it is. The winner, based on the guesses, wins the season. A. Smith Bowman. Oh, what a nice can we
Yeah.
got. All right. Let's sniff and sip and give it how much we might pay for it off of the first sip.
As you saw, beautiful golden, slight orange color. Beautiful golden orange.
Great nose.
Yeah, good nose. I like it. Solid.
Oh,
Not a
2
joke
sniffs.
whiskey immediately.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow.
Huh.
Okay. I'm going to go with 80 to 90.
That is exactly where I was honing in on.
Yeah.
Although, you know
It's
what?
good.
I'm honing a little lower. I think I'll take,
Okay.
if you say 80, I'll take the under. I
Okay.
think I'm around 70, 75.
Okay. That sounds good. I'm cool with that. We'll be right back. We're going to take our sips, sniffs a lot more than we just did, and we're going to write our notes and our guesses. And we'll be right back after this short break. Interesting whiskey we got here. This is definitive to me. I'll go through my notes first. I said on the nose, I got bubblegum, like pure bubblegum.
Oh, yeah.
I said really bubblegum, tutti fruity bubblegum, but very sweet, but pure bubblegum. But then on the palate, I still got bubblegum, but slightly oaky. Age is present, but still light on proof. I said not too strong proof. Finish, I said finishing into an oaky bubblegum sweetness. Otherwise, not too complex. So, like my biggest note was bubblegum. It was hard to escape that. So I'll leave it at that. What did you do for notes?
I said on the nose, I could smell some bright fruits. I think what I mean by that is like tropical fruits.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really getting some lighter in color fruits,
Uh-huh.
but it's muted by an oaky caramel sweetness,
Okay.
which is more prominent. The oaky caramel sweetness is more prominent, but I feel like there's this like underlay of some really cool fruit action going on down there.
Mm-hmm.
So on the palate, I said it tastes like pot still distillate. It
Ooh.
tastes like thicker. It tastes a little nutty. It tastes there's a lot of flavor here. Just a lot of flavor
Mm-hmm.
here. Flavor is not very descriptive, but the number one flavor that I was getting was a creamy vanilla. Very
Okay.
creamy vanilla. And then on the finish developed into a banana flavor
I
late
can
on the
see a little
finish that I
banana
was
there.
getting. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
But
really
not
like
like
the
not like uh what is it? Brown Foreman or banana to me.
no.
Yeah.
This is more of a banana that is like a bite of a fresh banana.
Yeah.
This isn't like a
Or even banana
stewed.
candy a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah, to me, it's not like a caramel brown sugar banana. It's more
Mm-hmm.
like I just bit into a banana.
Yeah. I can get that. All right. I will give my guesses first.
Cool.
Type bourbon. I don't know if I'll regret that. Secondary grain rye. Distillery, I said MGP of Indiana. Proof, I said 90. Age, I said 8. It's a risk. Might be too high. Might be too low. Who knows? It might be just right. Finish, I said no. And then bottle, I got Calumet Farms 15-year. It's a risk. I don't think it's that. I don't even think that's in our pool. But I've gotten strong bubblegum notes off of Calumet Farms before.
I like that guess. Yeah, that's good. That feels solid.
Yeah. And then I gave it a score of an 8.65 or a B. Went down since my first sip. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah. Okay. So it hit you well first, but then you kind of were like, it's okay, I guess.
Yeah.
Cool. So a lot of similarities here. I'm bracing for a tie. Type bourbon. Secondary grain, I went with malty bees. I wanted some maltiness here.
Nice.
So distillery, I said Kings County.
Oh, not a bad guess.
The pot, still a little bit of the flavorfulness of this made me feel like it was a smaller distillery, not a small distillery, but like a smaller distillery trying to like do their best to make like a very flavorful whiskey here.
I think it's going to come down to the proof and the age for us.
Okay, so now proof, I did go lower than you. I went with 86.
I don't think that's a terrible guess.
Yeah, 86 on the proof. It was very, very
light,
smooth. Everybody loves the word smooth. There was nothing ethanol about the proof at all, so I knew I wanted to stay in the 80s. So here I am at 86. On age, I wanted to say higher initially, but I decided to go with 5.
Okay.
I wanted to stay middle of the road there because I didn't think that the flavors I was getting were more age in a barrel. I thought it was just more sugary, and then watered down to a low proof.
Gotcha.
So finished, I said no. Bottle, I said Kings County blended bourbon. Their blended bourbon that they had. I remember that hitting me on a very just agreeable all around level. So I'm really happy about that. And for the score, I gave it a C. C being just average. I think it's just everything about this is fine. There's nothing really bad about this. There's nothing really good about this. It's just kind of whatever.
Yeah, I dig it. All right. I guess it's reveal time. Pull it out from my back pocket.
1, 2, 3.
Oh
no!
We haven't even drank this on the podcast.
I know. Did you nail the proof? 90?
I did. Yep.
So this is Traveler blended whiskey. Yep. This is Traveler. We haven't had Traveler yet.
I haven't even said. Have you ever had it before?
No, not at all.
Yeah, this is the first time I've ever drank it. So now we know, and it's not a bourbon. But it might have a secondary. We won't know the secondary grain because it's a blend. Yeah.
And no way. Yeah.
So it might come down to just the age and the proof here. So, and I don't think it's an age stated. So it might just come down to the proof here. But we'll be right back. We'll tally the scores and we'll tell you who won. So here we go. Traveler, Chris Stapleton, Buffalo Trace, collaboration. Wow. Not a lot of other details besides that. Like besides the fact that it is 90 proof and it's from Buffalo Trace, we don't get anything else. It's a blend. We don't even know secondary grain. Basically, it just comes down to you could guess the distillery, the bottle, and the proof, and that's it. And guess who nailed the proof?
You did.
This guy. And
there's nothing Buffalo Tracy about this.
No,
correct me if I'm wrong.
No, it did not ring the bells of anything Buffalo Trace. I normally get like apples, whether green or red apples from Buffalo Trace. I didn't really get that here. I just got bubblegum.
But just
bubblegum.
Get your dingin' finger ready here. I recognize the label and the handwriting here. Shout out to Brian Duncan for providing us a sample of Traveler blended whiskey.
Baller. What a baller. What a generous baller. Maybe we'll skip an episode on this, but maybe we will. One of these days we'll do a Traveler episode, like an actual episode, because we've been meaning to do it since it came out. We literally bought a bottle a week or two after it came out and still haven't sipped it yet. So, but now we have. But
now
that kind of blew my mind. Yeah, so we'll figure it out. But here it comes down to the score, everyone. Category: if we had said blended American whiskey, we would have nailed it. But that wasn't a choice that either of us made. We both said bourbon, 0 points. Secondary grain, undisclosed from Buffalo Trace. Therefore, 0 points both ways. I said rye. Brian said multi bees. No one got it. I said MGP for the distillery. Brian said Kings County. No points there. Proof, I said 90. Brian said 86. Brian gets 1 point. Cole gets 5. Nailed the proof. No age statement, even though Brian said 5, Cole said 8, but still no points there. Is it finished? I can assure you, Traveler whiskey is not finished. Buffalo Trace doesn't finish a lot either.
I know, right?
Really not a thing for them. I said Calumet Farms, 15-year for the guests. Brian said Kings County blended bourbon. No one got that. So 0 points there. Really what it comes down to is the proof. Brian got 1, I got 5. I win season 3, baby.
Boo. Boo. The ties win.
The ties win, that's for sure. But we're changing up the rules next season. We'll explain it next episode of the Reentry Buzz. But keep that in mind as we go into that the rules will change to provide less ties, and we will offer tiebreakers. In the event of exact scores, we will say basically it comes down to whose proof was the closest.
Yeah.
And if we had the exact same proof, whose age was the closest. So after that. So that's that, guys. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for another fun week of the Reentry Buzz. We'll see you guys next time on Chill Filters, the Reentry Buzz.
Boo. The ties. No. Boo.